QuadQuiz!
Brought to you by Math with Sir Lester. There are 3 questions for this video, and you are to answer them in 15 seconds each. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Here is the first question. What is the standard form of the given equation? The correct answer is 12x minus 15 equals 0. Is this a quadratic equation? Yes or no? For this equation, the answer is no. So if it's not a quadratic equation, what type of equation is represented by the result? The result is simply an example of a linear equation. Did you get 3 over 3? If not, please continue viewing this video. To check whether our answers earlier are correct, let us try to come up with the standard form of this equation, and then let's decide if it's really a quadratic or not, and then if it is, then we can give the correct coefficients. Now, it's very important for us to do that same process because the end product of getting the correct coefficients is very important in determining roots later, and will also be very important if whatever would be the equation form and it's quadratic, if it's formed into a function, these coefficients will tell us behavior or some other details about the graph of the function. So again, let's try to come up with the standard form. But since both sides of the equation has something to be simplified first, let's try to simplify them separately. Let's try to simplify the left-hand side first, and then we will have the right-hand side a little bit later. So when you simplify this, you just simply need to distribute this one. So you will have 2x squared, then you will have here plus x. This is your first result for the process, or this is the result for your left-hand side. For your right-hand side, you will see a product of 2 binomials, x minus 3 and 2x minus 5, and hence let us apply the FOIL method here. So you will get a result of 2x squared for the first terms. Outer, you will get a result of plus negative 5x or minus 5x. Next, you will have plus negative 6x. Notice that I am using plus a separator so as not to really be confused with the operations specifically for subtraction, but either way it will just return to a negative later. And you will have plus positive 15. So when you have this, I have 2x squared, you will have negative 5, negative 6, so you will have negative 11x and plus 15. This is for your right hand side of the equation. Now that we have simplified both sides, let's try to use their results. So you have 2x squared plus x is equal to 2x squared minus 11x plus 15. To get the standard form, let's move all of these terms on the other side by either applying the correct properties of equality or transposition method. So you will have here 2x squared plus x. Then you will be subtracting both sides by 2x squared. you'll be adding both sides by 11x, and you will be subtracting both sides by 15, and what retains on your right hand side is simply 0. You will have 2x squared minus 2x squared with the same literal coefficients, so that becomes 0. You have x plus 11x, you will have 12x, and then minus 15 equal to 0. So this is the result when we try to come up with the standard form. However, we may see that there are no terms, or there's no term with x squared as its literal coefficient. That's an indicator that the entire result of coming up with a standard form of our given equation is not a quadratic equation. Again, it's not a quadratic equation. And with that, we cannot really determine the correct coefficients. Yes, we can still determine a and b coefficients here, but it will be confusing as to the correct use of a, b, and c coefficients for quadratic, so let's not write it. And since this is not a quadratic equation, this is simply a linear equation. Linear in the sense that the exponent of your variable is 1. So this is a linear equation. This is not a quadratic equation. And these are the results for this given QuadQuiz. Subscribe now.